Hey guys, LevelCap here, and today in gaming, DICE revealed a short film for Battlefield 2042, Halo Infinite data miners found a Battle Royale mode, Half-Life 2 is getting a remaster, and much more. DICE just revealed a Battlefield 2042 short film titled Exodus. It premieres on August 12th and looks like it'll cover some of the game's backstory. 2042 won't have a traditional campaign, but DICE have said multiple times that the game does have a narrative and will have content that explores it. The Battlefield Twitter account says that we'll witness the locations of Battlefield 2042 through the eyes of embedded journalist Kevin Bashir starting tomorrow till August 12th. That sounds like new teasers will be released every day until the short film launches. The trailer for the YouTube premiere of the film is naval themed. It includes yet another mention of the USS Raven Rock, a fictional US naval vessel featured in the previous teasers. The name Raven Rock potentially is a reference to the Raven Rock Mountain Complex, an underground bunker of the US military and government to be used for escape during a nuclear attack or crisis. 2042's story centers around climate disasters and world war tearing nations apart. The USS Raven Rock might be a mobile command hub for whatever is left of the US military. There are 4 shots in the trailer, one of what is presumably the USS Raven Rock, a second of the ship approaching a massive storm system, and a third of the jet VTOLs taking anti-air fire, and a fourth of what looks like the Chinese support character model from Battlefield 4 running between some cars surrounded by debris. This could be an indication that Battlefield 4 content is coming to 2042 at some point, either as cosmetic items or portal content. The film could also be using Battlefield 4 assets to portray the events predating 2042, sort of like a prequel showing how the world got to where it is in 2042. The map featured in the trailer might be the Manifest one that we've seen before. It's tough to say though, since the trailer's technically set in daytime and Manifest is a nighttime map, who knows. The trailer could indicate that weather events in 2042 will have an even bigger impact on the look and feel of the maps. It also kind of looks like the Flood Zone map from Battlefield 4. The area the soldier is running through looks similar to that specific dam area. Stay tuned for continued coverage of the teaser and leading up to the short film's premiere. Data miners of the Halo Infinite multiplayer preview uncovered a potential Battle Royale mode. An audio file with the classic Halo announcer voice saying Battle Royale was found buried in the game's files. The same announcer is featured throughout the multiplayer preview, so it seems likely that 343 are working on a proper Battle Royale mode. They've denied rumors that a Battle Royale mode was in development multiple times. The audio file is promising, but it could also be for an in-game achievement during the King of the Hill matches or something else random. Bungie and Ubisoft have filed a joint lawsuit against Ring 1, a subscription-based cheat provider. The suit accuses Ring 1 of a copyright and trademark infringement. They're going after the cheat provider's profits, which could be in the millions of dollars. Recent efforts to shut down cheat makers through lawsuits have proven to be very successful. China recently shut down one of the biggest cheat providers in the world with the help of Tencent. Ubisoft also recently won a $150,000 case against a DDoS service that targeted Rainbow Six Siege. Half-Life 2 is getting a remaster developed with Valve's approval. Half-Life 2 Remastered Collection is a community-developed overhaul of the original game. It'll offer new lighting with proper HDR support, new particle effects, improved fog, bug fixes, a community commentary mode, and will be free to download. Previous mods for Half-Life 2, like the Fake Factory Cinematic mod, have attempted to serve as a major facelift for the game. But unlike those past mods, the Remastered Collection will stay true to the original game's visual style and gameplay. And that's great news for people who want a more modern presentation for Valve's iconic game without turning all of the female characters into hentai figurines. The Black Mesa remake of Half-Life 1 is a shining example of what the community is capable of. Hopefully the Half-Life 2 remaster lives up to Black Mesa's example. There's no release date for this remaster yet. CSGO is probably getting a significant update to its utility items soon. The official CSGO Twitter account recently asked if players would be interested in the ability to drop grenades for your teammates. The reaction was very mixed, with many players pointing out all the avenues for abuse that this change might open up. CSGO updates have been pretty minor this year following the coach bug scandal that undermined the game's competitive integrity. Big changes to the way grenades work could have a massive impact on the game, even if they sound minor at first glance. The Season 10 update for Apex drops tomorrow, and the developers just released the full patch notes. The update includes 4 major additions. There's the new Legend Seer. His abilities reveal enemies through walls. The World Edge map gets a major facelift with expanded destruction and new areas to explore. There's a new LMG called Rampage that uses thermite grenades to boost the fire rate and break doors. Finally, ranked arenas are coming back in Season 10. Beyond the major additions, the update is also making a bunch of gameplay tweaks. The Prowler has been removed from the supply drops. The M600 Spitfire and Alternator take its place. A new hop-up called the Boosted Loader is being added to the Hemlock and Wingman that speeds up reloads when near empty. It also overloads the magazine with extra rounds. The Anvil Receiver and Quick Draw hop-ups are being vaulted. And of all the weapon tweaks being made with this update, the changes to the L-Star are probably the most interesting. It'll take energy magazines instead of pulling from a pool of all available ammo. You can reload the magazine to cool the gun off from overheating faster. It'll also accept barrel attachments. The size of the L-Star projectiles has been halved for visibility, and its hipfire spread has been increased. Be sure to check out the full patch notes for all the changes. An optional update preview is now available for Windows 10 users that fixes gaming performance issues related to game mode. PC gamers started reporting performance issues back in March, and this update supposedly addressed the root cause. Using certain power plans with the game mode enabled would cause low FPS and other issues in game. And despite what some might say, game mode is actually a good thing to have enabled since it prevents background applications from hogging resources while playing full-screen games. With the update installed, you should re-enable game mode to maximize performance. Just don't expect a night and day difference in FPS. Chances are, if you're playing games on your PC, you're not also rendering 4K video files or CAD models in the background. Before we get to our final story today, I just wanted to say thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you checking out Today in Gaming. For more gaming news and updates, check us out on social media. The Dead Space remake being developed by EA Motive has some familiar names working on it. Probably the biggest one is former Assassin's Creed Valhalla director and designer Eric Baptista. He's serving as game director on the remake, and his work on the Assassin's Creed franchise represents basically all of its modern highlights. He's responsible for Black Flag, Unity, and Origins in addition to Valhalla. And while some of Assassin's Creed Unity's technical issues were a letdown, other than that, he has led to a renaissance of the franchise. It'll be really interesting to see what he does with Dead Space. It could be argued that the original game doesn't yet need a remaster. It has some technical issues running on modern PCs, but overall it still looks and plays incredibly well. And that wraps it up for Today in Gaming. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is Level Cap, signing off.